Okay, guys, I'm gonna start this one off with a little analogy or a meme or a clip. And if you guys have seen The Office, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, bear with me, I guess, and go watch The Office because you need to. It's one of the greatest shows of all time. But this clip right here.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
This is exactly how I feel when it comes to what is happening in the Call of Duty landscape right now. First of all, there is so many rumors and leaks flying right now, and we just got a new Call of Duty a month ago. I think that's very telling to how this game is going, unfortunately, sadly. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about Call of Duty 2027. Yes, we're skipping Modern Warfare 4. The last two videos have been about that. Now we have to talk about 2027 because out of nowhere, I'm scrolling Twitter like we always start these videos with, and all of a sudden the leaks come flying out of nowhere. And so we're going to go over what has been said so far. Also, the leak that was revealed has been countered with another news source, and we'll talk about that. So with this tweet, I'm going to start it off with, this is Ghost of Hope. Okay. This guy has been known to nail it. When he starts to fail a couple times, then I'll go, okay, maybe it's time we not cover this. But until then, this guy's been cooking. So we're going to cover it. And so for this tweet here, there's a couple sections actually. There's the setting, there's the multiplayer, there's some things within multiplayer, there's the third mode, and then there's some bonus stuff. So we'll talk about each one of these things, and I'll say what I like about it and what I don't like about it. And of course, as always, put your opinions down in the chat below because this is just crazy, man. I love it. I love that I can talk about Call of Duty every day and there's something new to talk about. It's just amazing, man. Anyway, so let's get into it. The first part of the tweet is pretty well known. COD 2027 is made by Sledgehammer Games. On top of that, it's going to be a new sub franchise with completely new characters. Starting off the rip there, what's not to like? We're all tired of Black Ops. We're all tired of Modern Warfare. We're all tired of seeing Woods and Mason and Price and Soap, and they're great characters, amazing characters, but I'm also down to just start something new, something fresh. And so the last part of this in this sub franchise tweet was that it was set in the late 1990s, early 2000s. So I don't really know where that's going to be in terms of what war we're dealing with. I mean, obviously there's the standard ones, but maybe they're exploring something new this year. And I got to be honest with you, off the rip, I like this time period. I always do. I think this is the time period that works the best for Call of Duty. Yes, there can be some fatigue when it's this time period for a long extended time, but we've had a back-to-back Black Ops games. Unfortunately, and in my case, I love World War II games. I don't think we're going to see a World War II game for a while, unfortunately. So this setting, to me, seems very good. I think that's a smart choice. But hold on a second. Here comes another tweet. Charlie Intel, also very well known in not leaking stuff, but just reporting the news, reporting Call of Duty. And they come out 30 minutes later, because I was going to make this video yesterday. And I'm like, you know what? I got to let the dust settle after the Modern Warfare thing where one source is saying this and one source is saying that, and they're both saying different things, and Infinity Ward's tweeting. I'm like, hang on a second. Let's just pause. Let it cook a little bit. And so I let it cook, and about 30 minutes later, here comes Charlie Intel, and he tweets, this title, we've been told that Sledgehammer's 2027 title does not take place in the 90s and early 2000s, despite some rumors today. He's talking about the Ghost of Hope tweet. That's the only rumor there is. Per the latest reports, it's a new sub franchise, so he got the one part right, but it's set in the modern era. So I gotta be honest with you. Number one, it's really, I don't think that there's that crazy of a difference between modern era and early 2000s. I gotta be honest with you. I know there is some differences, but I feel like it's not like this crazy thing like, oh crap, it's not in the early 2000s, I'm not gonna buy it. Okay, if it's in 2025, it's It's gonna look semi-modern anyway, in my opinion. I don't know what is going on because this has usually never happened in COD. Usually, Ghost of Hope tweets something, Charlie Intel kind of follows it up and says, hey, we kind of heard the same thing. This year, it's been completely different. It's almost like Call of Duty is in Charlie Intel's ear saying like, hey, that's not right. That little piece of information is not right there. And so it's like, it almost makes me wonder, like, why doesn't Call of Duty just announce this stuff? Why is there these reports? You know what I mean? Just come out and say, hey, we're working on this. We look forward to showing you in 2027. Let all the rumors rest. We have our sources. Maybe Hope is right. That's why they're not coming out and saying it. I don't know. Either way, setting, new subgenre, absolute W. Whether it's early 2000s or 2025, I'm into it. I think that that's a good spot to be. I think that's the most popular area for Call of Duty to be in. And it's going to perform the best. Next up is going to be in the multiplayer discussion here. There's two major key points that he said during this tweet. And the first thing is Omni movement with no tac sprint is currently planned for the game. Okay. So I need to say something about this because I tweeted that I think, and I've said it in the previous videos as well, I don't think Omni movement was successful. I don't think that was the move. I don't think that the casual you guys commented, we're not a big fan of Omni movement. Now I want to say something because I did have somebody tweet to me that it's not necessarily Omni movement. So I want to quickly brush over this because I think it's important and it made me actually think, which is good. I feel like I'm always open to changing my opinion. They said to me, it's not Omni movement. It's how fast you do Omni movement alongside the sliding and diving and jumping. So if there was just Omni movement, no tac sprint, and you couldn't dive backwards, you couldn't slide this crazy way, then I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe that actually is not a terrible play. Me personally, I still think I just want to return to casual movement, like not casual movement, whatever it is. OG classic golden age movement. That's what I like. Forward. That's it. But would I be opposed to Omni movement with no tac sprint, no crazy slides left and right, no jumping, and no just too cracked? I would not be opposed to that. I think if you can find a middle ground for this thing and keep it like grounded, it's not a bad little thing. But the way Treyarch has done it, I've said it before, I think it's failed. I don't think people like it. That's why there's nobody playing this game, unfortunately. So if that's confirmed, they have to find a way to make that find the middle ground. Find the middle ground. That's what I would say to that one because it's just too much right now. So we'll see how that goes. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. I personally just go back to regular movement. COD 4 through Black Ops 2 or Ghosts. Next up, another important thing here too, is the Pick 10 returning is a big discussion. So it's not confirmed that it's returning, but there's a big discussion. I gotta be honest with you. I don't see the discussion. Bring it back. It was one of the best perk systems, create a class systems that we've ever had on the greatest Call of Duty we've ever had. It allows for so much replayability. You can try different things. You can have 5 attachments on your gun, or you can have 70 perks on and no attachments, 2 grenades. Like, it just made it so much more fun and unique. And the funny thing is, when we interviewed Greg Reisdorf, a former developer for MW3 and on the Going Dark podcast, make sure you subscribe to that, by the way. He said that there was discussions to have it in MW3, and that I think from what he said that it got kind of overruled. So they wanted to do it. I guess Activision overruled it. Infinity Ward overruled it. Somebody overruled it. That was stupid because MW3 multiplayer was actually very good and Pick 10 would have made it even better. So Pick 10, I think this is a short discussion, guys. I think if we're thinking about it and it's a big discussion, let's go. let's get it in the mix. Let's try it again. It might be the greatest thing you've ever done to try it again. You know what I mean? Okay, next thing is going to the third mode. Zombies is currently still not planned to return. Here's a hot take. I actually think Sledgehammer Games has done a decent job on zombies. I have not played a ton of them, but I thought the Advanced Warfare zombies and World War II zombies wasn't that bad. Like, for being a random studio trying it, I didn't hate it. If it's that formula, if it's the DMZ style from MW3, I don't want nothing to do with that. But I think I'm okay with that. I think zombies, I don't know. I've always been of the mindset of this was part of the reason that every game felt different back in the day, where zombies was a Treyarch thing. And then they started to get into where every developer kind of had it. And then it was like, okay, then that just becomes the same thing, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's a wrong take, but it's nice when Infinity Ward titles had the Spec Ops, and then Treyarch had the zombies, and then Sledgehammer brought in, well, I guess they did zombies, but they had something else back then. I can't remember. But anyway, I'm kind of good with this either way. I'm not the biggest zombies guy. I think it'd be more asking you guys what you think. Do you think they should try to do zombies, or let zombies rest for a year or two? I guess we can go to the next point real quick, because that's what I want to tie in my last point to, is Get High is going to return. Obviously, that was an MW3 mode that came out. I'm cool with this. I don't really know why that's a bullet point in this, because I didn't think it was that popular. I mean, it was cool, something different, something fun to do, something to grind, because you got like a camo. But I guess part of it is because he's not sure if this is the third mode or not. And if Get High is the third mode, I think that would be very shocking. Like, multiplayer campaign and Get High is the third mode. I think, in my personal opinion, I think with Infinity Ward probably making DMZ 2.0 or whatever they're going to call it this year, I bet Call of Duty has a similar thought pattern to when Warzone blew up. It's like, okay, if DMZ blows up in Modern Warfare 4, will they just put the dev to support that for their titles going forward? I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, because there's going to be so many different modes coming up. But picture campaign, multiplayer, and DMZ carrying over to whatever this title is, COD 2027, and maybe Sledgehammer, puts their guns in those games and does their challenges within DMZ. Maybe gives us a new map. I don't know. But overall, I don't know. I'm just more excited that it's going to be a new title. I think regardless of anything, if they can find a good balance with the movement and keep it to where it feels a little bit more like OG COD, plus a new sub franchise, plus hopefully not a GTA competition, this could be a good year for Call of Duty too. And like that blog said the other day, they think the best Call of Duty is ahead of us. I hope they're right. That's what I'm saying. I'm hopeful. I think they're finally realizing a lot of the mistakes they made in the last 3 or 4 years. I don't know why it's taken them 4 years to think about these mistakes, but they have. So let me know, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think you're more excited for MW4? Are you more excited for COD 2027? What do you like about this? Do you like any of this, or do you not like any of this? And more importantly, where do you think the subgenre should be set at? That's a question I'd like for you guys to answer. But as always, thank you very much for watching these videos. Make sure you join the live streams, because we're going to be doing roundtable discussions talking about this. And join the Discord, because that's where I pull you guys in and chat. So all that's in the description down below. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and sorry, we'll have another rant tomorrow. I'm sure of it. See you then.